Hi, welcome to Drew Code Sports Talk. I am your host, Andrew Wright. Over here to my right, your left, is my co-host, Cody Johnson. And last time we left you with WrestleMania questions, we were all in on it. We all got together and watched it. It was fantastic. Everyone who watched those videos, we appreciate you watching those. But now we're back to what we know more about,
That's right.
which is baseball, football, and basketball.
That's right.
Which all three have been happening. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's just get right into it. All right, Cody. So the Browns, with the first overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, they select quarterback from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. And were you happy, shocked, disappointed, or about it?
I'm probably more happy than shocked, but both. I'm not disappointed. I like the pick, actually. We had talked extensively in our previous mock drafts, or even when we talked about who we thought was the best quarterback in this year's draft, talked about Chosen Rosen, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. We didn't bring up Lamar Jackson, but a lot of mock drafts were showing him going in the first round or a team maybe reaching for him. Some of them were the Patriots, but I like Baker Mayfield. He's very competitive. I think he's probably the most accurate passer amongst all the quarterbacks. Definitely needs a lot of work, though, and I think his competitiveness is going to drive the Browns, and I think he's going to be hungry enough to win to where they didn't draft Manziel 2.0, which ironically this is someone that's compared to Johnny Manziel as far as off the field and how little he is. So we'll see how this goes, but I think he will be that one who's first in the building, last out, be a team guy, and I think he'll have some pressure taken off him to not go start day one because you have Tyrod Taylor there to kind of spearhead it. They've got a lot of offensive weapons. Todd Haley, former Steelers offensive coordinators, now kind of running the shots over there to help out with Coach Hugh Jackson. So I think that'll help out that offense a lot, and I don't think Baker Mayfield's going to feel a lot of pressure to start day one. However, if he wins out the starting job, then I think that's more of like, okay, maybe this is legit. So because I think Tyrod Taylor's a lot better of a quarterback than, let's say, if he went to the Jets or something. So,
okay, I'll start off by saying I'm disappointed about it. I didn't like the pick personally, but I'm not gonna sit here and go the Browns are absolutely ridiculous. They shouldn't have done. No, I understand the pick, and what I'm trying to say is, to me, Mayfield was not a culture changer. He may be one of the more accurate quarterbacks in the draft, and I'm not going to deny that. He was one of the more accurate. I would say he was the second most accurate coming into this behind Rosen. Okay? So that was, I'll give him that. And yes, he's got a fire in him that he wants to just constantly win. My issue with him is a lot of people are saying he is a Drew Brees or a Russell Wilson. He can't be Russell Wilson because he's not as athletic as Russell Wilson is.
Right.
Okay, let's be honest with that. Because he ran in college does not mean he can run in the NFL.
Right.
And he only ran a 4.8 in the combine. Not good. Drew Brees has been another comp that people have been saying. He is not going to be a Drew Brees. Drew Brees is incredibly accurate, and he's got a cannon. Okay, maybe not so much anymore, but
still one of the more accurate passers, and he can fling it.
And he did the time. He had to work to get up. In San Diego, he wasn't as good as he is in New Orleans now.
Right.
So, if Baker Mayfield, if that is his comp with Drew Brees, it's going to take him a while to get to that point. So. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it was a bad choice, though, because you do have Tyrod Taylor. And what I was kind of thinking, too, is Tyrod Taylor is not a tall quarterback. He's actually a shorter quarterback. And if you think about it, you won't have to change much of your offense if Tyrod Taylor were to start and then let's say he gets injured or he's just not performing well, they throw in Baker Mayfield, you don't have to change that much.
Right.
And if, especially to your point, as you're saying, have him sit for a while, it will benefit him because he will get to see how Tyrod Taylor runs the offense.
Right.
And that's going to be the most important thing. So let me tell you this. I don't think it was a terrible pick. I wouldn't have done it personally. If I were a GM or a coach, I would say I do not want this guy. There are too many red flags that are saying this guy is not going to change what I need to change. I would have gone after Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold is a guy who still needs to learn, no question, but that's what it helps when you have that Tyrod Taylor.
Right.
And so that's why I thought it made sense to go after Darnold. They didn't, and I'm not a GM, so maybe I'm completely wrong. I just don't think Mayfield is the right guy. I think his best comp to me would be a Case Keenum or even a Tyrod Taylor, a serviceable quarterback until you get the right guy. And that's my issue with drafting him number 1 is I don't think he's ever going to be the best quarterback. And kind of when you draft number 1, you want a guy who's could challenge that.
Right.
And so that's just my opinion. I don't hate Mayfield. I do hope that it works out for the Browns because I hate seeing them 0-16 every year.
Yeah, I think I definitely think that they will win some games this year. I think what the Browns did in this draft, and especially what they've acquired through free agency, is get weapons that can make them prominent offensively and defensively because they do have a pretty good, strong defense, and they just got better. They also drafted Ward at number 4, which is kind of a surprise considering they had Chubbs hanging out there and they passed on him. But overall, I think with the weapons that they have, I think this Baker Mayfield is fine. I don't think that he will probably be like a Peyton Manning, let's say, former number 1 pick, but I think it'll be serviceable. I think he'll do better than his other Oklahoma alum, Sam Bradford, definitely. But I don't think that he's going to be like Brett Favre or anything like that. But I think the Browns did choose a good quarterback and the right person who they want mentally for this team. Someone that literally this team is 0-32 in the last 2 seasons, and they need someone to break that mold and come in there willing to work. And I think Mayfield is a good choice.
Yeah, and let me say this because a lot of people think when I say, oh, I'm disappointed about this pick, a lot of people think, oh, Baker, you just hate Baker Mayfield. No, I don't hate Baker Mayfield. I don't think he's going to be a Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell tanked because he never put in the time. He never did anything to get better, and that's where he lost it. I feel like he would be more of a Ryan Leaf. The talent is there, but there is the issue that we don't know what's going on in here, and he's been proven to make a lot of mistakes, stupid mistakes. And I know everyone wants to go, well, he's a kid, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I was a kid too, and I didn't, run from the police. Okay, I never put myself in a situation where I had to run from the police. So that's kind of my argument for it. Do I think he's going to be a Ryan Leaf? I actually don't. I think he could. I think he will live up to the Case Keenum thing, but I don't think he'll live up to the Drew Brees thing, and that's my argument for it. So.
We'll see. I mean, football starts in September, so cannot wait
for this.
Preseason. That's right. Cannot wait.
Hey guys, please follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That is all Drew Code Sports Talk.
Models popping bottles.